Putting on the harness. Here we're doing some harness training, so what I'm doing is having the harness open so that the head hole is very clear to her. I've made the head hole as big as it can go, and what I'm using is a squeezy treat that's very easy for her to lick at while I'm luring her through the hole. What I want to make sure is that as I'm luring her, I'm moving the treat away. I'm not moving the harness over her head. So you can see that I move the cheese away from her, not the harness towards her. So I'm encouraging her to push her own head through the harness rather than me pushing the harness over her head. I like doing it this way because what you might have found, especially if you have a dog that doesn't enjoy their harness, is this is a game where she's chasing me around to get her head in the harness rather than me chasing her around trying to get her into it. So as you can see, every time I move away from her, she's right back after me trying to get her head through that harness hole. So this is the first time she's put her head all the way through it. I gently rest it on her back, and I like these harnesses because I can easily just unclip it rather than having to pull it back over her head again. So I put the harness back together and she's ready to go again, lure her head through it, gently rest it on her back once she gets her head all the way through, and then unclip it to get it off. So the next step is doing up the clips, so this is how I would do this. So I get the harness resting gently on her back, and then I'm going to sprinkle some treats on the floor. You could also squeeze your squeezy treat onto the floor as well, but I'm not going to do that on the grass here. So I've sprinkled some treats instead, and I'm going to clip up one clip at a time. So I do sprinkle some more so she's busy, clip up one, get the next one ready, and then give her some more treats so she's busy again, and then clip up the last one. And again, to remove this harness, I would just unclip all 3 clips rather than trying to pull it over her head.